guys see that? That's the sun. Apparently, it's still been up there this whole time, just waiting. Make sure you guys watch this video all the way through and stick around for the big announcement at the end. We had over an inch of rain over the weekend and things have dried up a lot. The sun just kind of started coming out yesterday afternoon just a little bit, and things have changed 180 degrees today. It's almost 60 degrees outside here, which is way too hot for a Minnesotan in a black sweatshirt. And as usual, it suddenly feels like, you know, we got plenty of time, things are still muddy, it's gonna take forever to all of a sudden, we gotta hurry up because we're gonna be in the fields like tomorrow. But the frogs are making noise, which means the frost finally got driven out here, as late as it is, like the, what is it? That just tells me the time. 3rd of May. It's the 3rd of May right now, and I would say the frost pretty much got driven out by this last rain 2 days ago. I'll find a better pin when I get back to the shop. See, I got the color-coded hose markers here from Outback Wrap. I believe it's a completely different company than the steakhouse. All right, let's see what I did wrong. That one's correct. That one's correct, but I gotta slow it way down. Wilbur. Hoses are correct. Now set the tire pressures, grease things, unpin the basket. You'll notice the shield here says to lubricate and check the chain tension. It's one of the things you guys don't see on video is my daily check year-round of the chain tension on the rock picker. When it's 30 below, you livestock guys think you have it bad? We're checking chain tensions all the time. That was a complete lie. There was no truth in that whatsoever. But this where this building stands used to be a hog barn and cattle. Fun fact, some people don't know that. What am I looking for? The preferred method to lubricating a chain is to use way too much. That way it slings around and gets on everything. And now the grease zerks, of which this thing has many. Again, the preferred method is to make sure you put on plenty. That way it gobs out and leaks everywhere. And lastly, tire pressures. What did you get into? Come here. What is that? Corn dust? Ew. Shake it off. You see this? I've complained about tire gauges before. This is a measurement gauge, I think is the name. A fan sent us this. It's a real nice one. And it worked up until a few days ago. And I honestly thought maybe it was just the tires I was using it on, the truck I was using it on, but... And Zeth at ZK Mastertech got me this really snazzy, really fancy Blue Point one, right from, I suppose, out of the Snap-on truck. But the problem for this is it's got the wrong end on it. It's got the straight end, and I can't get into that tire with that one. Otherwise, that one works. This one here was also sent by a fan. This one seems to work pretty well if I can get on it there, the way it's in the way of the hub. I can't watch the camera. Come on, be talented. It worked. I checked it. It was 28 pounds. And it says to run a max of 24, so we're good. I don't know what the tire pressure gauge is, what the deal is. I've got tons of them, and every time I bring it up, I get a couple more in the P.O. box, and I appreciate that. Thank you guys. But none of them keep working. Keep in mind, we're using them like every single day. We got a lot of tires, a lot of trucks. I mean, they get used, they get well used.
Heck, some of them quit working and then come back to life again.
But right now, the 3 decent ones that are sitting up there all give me different readings. Drastically different readings too, not like a couple of pounds.
Rock picker's ready.
Good deal. We can go use it tomorrow.
Yeah, now I kind of want to use it today.
You can. Take it to Starbucks, I'll pick you up later, after we get the seed tender out. It would work along where they tiled along where they built those basins.
You really think it would?
Oh yeah, I drove there with my pickup and didn't sink in.
Well, then this would work.
2-3 hours ago.
What do you see?
Kids. Kids are home.
Sukup Manufacturing is over here. They're the ones that build a lot of our grain bins and that dryer there.
We're actually having them make some updates to the dryer. They're putting a new screen on it called the QuadraTouch, and it's gonna actually have everything we need on one screen. So the fan system and the air system is gonna be on the same screen. They're also going to update the air system itself, the blower and the motor, and the airlock. They're gonna redo everything at the back of the dryer, but today, first things first, they're updating the screen. So that really loud, constant humming sound that is always in the background in all of my videos during harvest, that's going to be not eliminated, but it's going to be much quieter.
Did you have to jump that one?
This one?
You had to jump it?
Yeah, not top trick, but this one did.
This one has started up 5 times throughout the whole winter. It's never needed a charger.
Everything else I started went good, but this one, one starts for you, one starts for me.
Well, now the hood latch is broke on the Scottsdale, so I can't drive it until we fix that. There's a spring or something in there. The hood doesn't latch shut. Guess we'll take a look at that later. And by later, I mean probably after harvest. I mean, not after planting. I can't see anything out of the tint on the back of this truck. Which way do I have to go with the ball?
Keep coming straight the way you are. About 7-8 more feet. Front end to the west. A little bit.
Yeah, we got to start the engine to move the jack.
Start.
I don't have an opinion on that.
Okay.
Probably not. Yep. So there's a master disconnect here. That we had not flipped.
Probably explains why it seemed like it was completely dead.
Little steel wool in the control box to make sure there are no mice in the control box. Pull this off, open the tarp, make sure everything is clean, run it, grease it, air pressures, the usual.
Does that charge the battery when it's running? I think it does, doesn't it?
Yes, it's supposed to.
Okay.
There's a very specific reason we're using high temp grease on this. It's because that's what we have.
Let's see what it looks like inside of there. Should be clean. Let's just make sure that it is. Beautiful. Couple little beans down there, we'll run those out of here.
So far everything looks pretty good.
hatch open back here. Such an idiot.
I think we're golden here. We just need dry soil.
Let's go check on the Sukup boys over here, see what they got going on. Are you working hard or hardly working?
Hardly working. How many guys does it take?
Well, I can tell you, if the three of you are not sure what you're doing, I should just leave now.
Think it'll work?
I'll leave that up to you.
Right, yeah.
They were clearly deep in thought, working with a lot of little tiny wires, and that's not my thing, so I didn't want to derail them. I left them to their work. We'll come back later on that.
I got an idea here. Tenderloin, ribeye. I think we'll go with the loins.
We'll get something started thawing so we can toss it on the grill tonight.
Everything runs fine in there. I was just gonna put a little gas in it.
Good idea, and carry it in the pickup.
Yeah, but you can't take this jug.
Oh, okay, we got another one, don't we? Here.
Well, there he goes. Dad's gonna bring the rock picker down to the first field. He actually said he drove his pickup in it a couple hours ago, so.
I'm shocked that it's that dry, but he's gonna take that down there. He's not gonna actually do any rock picking tonight, but I'm gonna run down and grab him here in 20 minutes. It's about a 5-mile drive. I was actually surprised you drove in it with a pickup earlier. I was surprised you did that. But you made it through, so. Yeah, but you can tell any little area that's ever a little bit wet maybe is really wet.
Apparently it's not quite as dry down here as he was originally thinking, but this is definitely some of our driest ground, especially this area off up this way. When you've got spots like these that are standing full of water, which isn't unusual, but it tells me that we've been plenty replenished now. That was bone dry last summer, last fall. We tilled right through it, drove right through it, no issues. So we definitely got our moisture back. Oh, yeah, that's plenty wet for a dry hill.
We're on a dry hilltop, yeah.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sinking in where it was in the low spots too bad, but it's not doing in the ground any good.
No.
We had a couple more days, I think.
Onyx, you got any words of wisdom?
No.
No, me neither.
Well, word is we're back home now, and sounds like these guys got the new screen mounted in the dryer shack. I'm not sure that they're done with what they're doing, but I'm gonna go take a peek here. It lost the dryer.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't look that much different, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
It's just a lot of wires get moved over as we add to the...
Those boys are gonna finish some stuff up. It sounds like they're gonna be coming back tomorrow to finish everything, and we'll be able to show you guys a little bit more of that. But I'm gonna close the shops up here, get ready to go up and grill, and I got a little bit of a little something I wanna tell you guys about, something neat. Okay, you wanna tell them?
So we're doing concert? What do I tell them?
I'll fill them in here as I go, because I don't even know 100% of the details yet. So, about a year and a half ago, we did our grain bin rescue, grain bin safety campaign. There's going to be a link for all of this, or a few links for all this down below. But a year and a half ago, we did a grain bin safety campaign where we had the GoFundMe account set up, and a lot of you helped to donate to that. We gave over $60,000 to, I think it was 53 different fire departments and first responder crews to help them purchase equipment and training for grain bin rescues. If a farmer gets in an unfortunate situation in a grain bin, this provides training and equipment for that. And we are gonna do that again. And so there is a GoFundMe link down below. You can check that out if you guys are interested in donating. But also on top of that, we are helping to promote a country music concert that's going to be taking place about 20-25 miles from our farm, from right here this summer. There is Confederate Railroad and Eddie Montgomery, and there's going to be a couple other bands that are going to be in there. I don't know the names of them off the top of my head. I think one of them is not even booked for sure yet. But Confederate Railroad, Eddie Montgomery will be there. This is called the Anderson Bash. There will be a link below for that as well. And It's going to be fun. So Andersons have done this many times in the past, and we're going to help promote it. This is going to be free admission into the Anderson Bash. They're working on some pretty big sponsors for that. So the admission is free, but it is free will donation. So everything at the door is going to go towards your local volunteer fire departments and towards this cause. So I think there's going to be some more details coming out on that, but right now check everything linked below. That concert, by the way, is on July 1st, and it's just outside of Alexandria, Minnesota, on the west side of Alexandria, Minnesota. So if you're interested, get your hotel rooms now. July 1st, so it's coming up here actually pretty quickly. And I will be there, Becky will be there. Rhiannon probably won't be there. Maybe. I don't know, maybe she will. Anyway, hopefully you guys will be there. So watch for more details on that if you're interested. Everything's linked down below. There. Now I made a quick announcement, nice and lengthy, and we're hoping to celebrate 1 million subscribers by then.
Yeah.
Rhiannon says yeah. And then Anna right here gets a ride in a tractor. Finally. Let's see, you guys couldn't see her, but she was there with us the whole time. And then I'll give Anna a ride in a tractor. Let's hit 1 million. Let's raise at least $100,000 for these local departments for the grain bin stuff. What a nice day. You can hear the blackbirds chirping. Rhiannon, should we go grill some steak?
No.
Anna, should we go grill some steak?
Well, I agree.
Ready? Anna.
Ready? Yeah!